What's up, AK gang? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. If you are new, make sure you subscribe right freaking now. Don't waste any time. Subscribe right now. Welcome to a new video. This one's kind of weird. Stick around.
Baby, I've been serving L's like the weed man. Ain't even signed yet, you could get it freelance. I'm walking in with a bag like I'm in the NBA. Feel like I'm always vacationing like I'm Chevy Chase. Before these shorties come upstairs, I need an NDA. I swear my life getting crazy, gon' bust off any day, Hey, gon' bust off any day, Go ahead, drop that thing down to the floor. I've been on the road so long, forgot I had on.
Today, I'm going to be talking about what it's like growing up with Nevus Sebaceus. I'm pretty sure it's called Nevus Sebaceus or something like that in the scientific term, but my doctor always called it Nevus Sebaceus. That's just what I'm going to call it because that's just what I've always known it as, and it's just easier to say. So yeah, Nevus Sebaceus is basically just a birthmark that... Sorry, I have a lot of cats. I have 3 cats, so if you see them in the video, just ignore them. I can't do anything about that. But basically, Nevus Sebaceus is just a birthmark that doesn't grow any hair. It's usually on the scalp, and it can also be on the face and on the neck, I'm pretty sure. It can vary in sizes, and in newborns it's usually flat, but I think over the years it can usually get thicker and grow bumps over it. So when I was born in Wichita, Kansas, and actually no one there knew what it was. Up until I was 3 years old, no one in Wichita, Kansas knew where I lived, knew what Nevus Sebaceus was, and they did not know what was on my head. So I waited until I was 3 years old, and I came to a doctor, actually Salem, Virginia. His name is Dr. Harris, I'm pretty sure. He works at Lewis Gale, so if you ever need a plastic surgeon in the Salem, Virginia area, I would definitely go to Dr. Harris because he's really good. And yeah, no one knew what my Nevus Sebaceus was until I came here, and then he was like, oh yeah, this is Nevus Sebaceus and all this stuff. And my mom was like, okay, good, like someone finally figured it out. Like, Jesus Christ, took 3 freaking years. Basically, he said that I would just need surgery when I got a little older because I think that it had some precancerous skin cells on it. So I think I got my first surgery when I was about 6 years old, around there. I don't really know. I'll talk to my mom after I do this. I'll get the actual numbers, but I think my first surgery was around when I was 6 years old. And then I honestly think, like, at that time, actually rewind. When I was younger, no one knew what it was. So my mom just called it my angel's kiss, and we just thought it was like a birthmark and all this stuff. Then we came to Virginia, found out it was Nevus Sebaceus. And then, so after that, I went to like preschool and all this stuff, and I would just tell everyone. My mom always said that she would tell me that it was just my angel's kiss. So I would tell everyone, they'd be like, what's that on your head? Because I had like a bald spot on my head, and I'll insert some pictures of me during a baby and stuff where you can see my spot. But I would just tell people that it was an angel's kiss. I just went along with it, you know, kids these days. So up until I was around like 6, I don't think I got any surgeries. And then once I turned around that age, I got a surgery, and I'm pretty sure I like said to my mom, I was like, I'm kind of sad. And she was like, why? And I was like, because I feel like it's a part of me and it's gonna be gone now. Because he was supposed to be like taking the skin cells out and also making it smaller too. So I thought it was gonna be basically gone after that surgery. And then I had another surgery when I was around probably, couldn't tell you, 9 or 10 or something, to get all the rest of the precancerous skin cells out. Going through like elementary school, I don't really think anyone said anything to me about it, but I also hid it like really well. I would always wear my hair down like in a bun, down like this, and I would always have my hair covering it like this. It's like you can't see it now. I would always wear my hair like that, or like when I would wear it up, I would have to put clips in right here, and I'll insert a picture of that, like right here, this was in 6th grade, every single day I would have to, if I wanted to wear my hair up like that, I would have to put clips in it like here, like that. And you know how side ponytails were really in like 4 years ago or whatever, so I always wanted to wear a side ponytail, but I always had that to deal with, so it was really aggravating. But no one in like elementary school or middle school ever really said anything to me about it, but I think that's because I did hide it so well. No one really knew about it unless I had to show them. I also had the problem in middle school with cheerleading. I had to pull my hair up for competitions, and the way that they did it, they braided up the back of your hair. So the way they did that, like it was pulled up so tight so that the way it was, you could see like my whole spot. So that was really difficult to cover up, but I still covered it up with basic clips. Also, I'd like to say that those clips came back in style. I literally wore them for my whole freaking life, covering up my spot, so like I will not bring those back in style. Once I got to about like middle school-ish, I got my first like best friend, you know, and I ended up showing her that just because she was my best friend. She was like really accepting of it. She was just like, oh, that's cool, and like she would ask to feel it because it's literally just a piece of my scalp, so you can literally just like see my scalp and it like looks smooth. So basically everyone that sees it asks if they can feel it, which that doesn't bother me. Like, yeah, if you want, I don't care. I got those 2 surgeries, and in middle school I basically just covered it up my whole life. When I got to high school, I still covered it up. I basically straightened my hair every single day in high school because I also had the struggle of having curly hair and wanting straight hair, and then also having a bald spot on my head. So it was a constant struggle of like 2 things contrasting, and I was like, I need to do something with my hair, but I also have to cover up a bald spot, and that was basically like my whole life. But I got through it. I basically don't even think about it anymore, like at all. It's another part of my life. In high school, in about, sorry, I got a cat hair on me. And about like, I think 10th, no, it was my 9th grade year. So my freshman year of high school, I got my last surgery. It was just to make it smaller, and I thought it was gonna be pretty much completely gone, but it's not completely gone at all. If you stick around to the end of the video, I'll show you what it looks like. We basically were just trying to make it smaller at that point because it took up a pretty good amount of my head, and it's really hard to deal with, as you can imagine, being a girl and like wanting to pull your hair up and stuff. Did that, and it went pretty well. I had to miss a school dance for it, but I never really cared for school dances. I had it like, I think, a week before the dance, and I think I had it like 4 days or 3 days before the dance, and I wasn't supposed to do anything for a week after the surgery, so I couldn't go to that. And also after I got that surgery, like a week and a half after I got it, I went and hung out with some friends, and I was sitting in an emu. Funny story, I was sitting in an emu, and you know how emus are like connected to 2 trees? Yeah, well, one of the trees like fully collapsed and landed on the emu with me and my other friend in it, and we literally got stuck in it for a good like minute or something like that. Yeah, it hurt really bad, and my nerves in my knee were messed up for a good minute. But oh yeah, and it also hit my head like where I got surgery, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. But anyways, yeah, that was funny. But yeah, after I got that surgery, it didn't really make it that much smaller. It's basically the same size as it was before, probably because my head grew. But I got that surgery in 9th grade, so I feel like my body basically stopped growing by then, but probably not, honestly. So it's basically still the same size, but I don't really care about it, and I don't really want to get it fixed. I also have some Nevus Sebaceus on my face. You can see it right there. It kind of looks like it's like acne or something, but if you look close enough, that's a part of Nevus Sebaceus. I do kind of want to get that removed, but I'm not that worried about it. I guess I'll show you my Nevus Sebaceus right now, what it looks like. So it's right here. Yeah, it's literally the same size as it was when I was a kid. It's literally just a bald spot. It's right there. Literally just a bald spot on my head. So imagine like going to school. I also like didn't have the choice of like parting my hair on this side because I can't just like have a bald spot right there. So I could never part my hair on this side if I wanted to. I have to part it on the other side or in the middle. But yeah, it doesn't really bother me anymore. I've learned how to cover it up and fix my hair around it. I always used to be like, oh, I wish I didn't have a bald spot because I would have a lot more hair and all that stuff because my hair got really thin when I straightened it every day. But I learned how to deal with it. I basically made this video because if you look up on YouTube what it's like living with Nevus Sebaceus or living with Nevus Sebaceus or anyone talking about living with Nevus Sebaceus, you don't really find anything, which I think is kind of weird. I feel like more people should have it. Can you guys stop? Sorry, my cat's really scratching the pole. You don't really see anyone that posts like anything about it, and I feel like more people should have it, and I know more people do have it, so I just want to put this video out there. You guys aren't alone, and I know what it's like going through school and like worrying if people are gonna see it, or like being angry because you can't wear your hair in a specific hairstyle like all the other girls can because you have a bald spot, or because of this and that. Like, I'm just saying, you're you, like, you're beautiful. It's a part of me now. Like, literally, I don't even think about it. It's just like, I literally don't think about it ever. I know I probably should check it more, but I know that my doctors have told me that it looks fine. So I went through the same thing. There's definitely other people going through the same thing, and just live your life, be you. Show them your bald spot. Show your best friends your bald spot. They'll love your bald spot. Don't let anyone ever make you feel like you're weird because you have it. Don't let anyone ever mock you saying, oh, you this or that. Like, no. That basically was my video for today. I guess make sure if you like it, drop a like. If you have Nevus Sebaceus, subscribe, and also leave me a comment down below, or you can DM me on my Instagram at AsiaCali. It's also in my description. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure if you want to be a part of the AK gang, you subscribe right freaking now. Don't wait another second. Subscribe right now. Do it right now. Press the button right there, right there, right there, right there, and do it. Hope you all have a nice day or night. See you in the next video. Peace.